So the big question today is, what are 3 critical questions that you must master for every first date? Today I share with you some guidance into answering these questions because they will always come up. My name is Joan Nwosu and welcome to the Second Chances Podcast, a love journey in black and white. So today we're talking about first dates. I love a first date, the thrill of going on this date. It is such a great opportunity to get to meet someone new and to see an endless opportunity, right? Possibilities of what could become. So knowing how to master the first date is so key. Knowing how to navigate some questions that always come up in a first date so that nothing hits you by surprise and you're prepared to be able to have the right kind of conversation with the right amount of expression and divulging of your personal details to be able to build meaningful connections on your date. So it's so key. And today I want to share with you some of the do's and don'ts of these critical questions because they always come up. So let's start with question number 1. What are you looking for? Well, this question is really about defining what it is that you're looking for in dating. Why are you dating? What are your dating intentions? For me, it's always very important as a dude to always be clear on what it is you're looking for. Be honest about what it is that you want. If you're seeking something serious, a committed relationship, please say so. If you're exploring and you're not quite sure, you're looking for something casual or you want to see how it goes, be honest about that too, right? It's so important that you be honest because you would also want someone to be honest with you so you don't feel like you were being deceived or being led on. So be honest because this question always comes up. A don't is avoid being overly vague or giving an answer that you think they want to hear. No, it should be your own answer. Do not mislead anyone, right, into something that you're not looking for. And it's okay to want what you want. We don't want any misunderstanding. We want everybody, both parties, to be clear on what it is that they're getting into. So don't beat about the bush. Don't say things like, oh, whatever it is that you want. No, that's just so disempowering. Say what it is that you're looking for. Be clear on that, right? It is better for both of you to misalign at this point and just say, okay, see you later, than for you to play to a tune that you're not necessarily interested in, only to get yourself into a situationship. And then in a couple of weeks or months, you're asking, what are we? Where are we heading? Where is this going? Right? And then you start feeling some resentment because you feel like you were misled or led on to believe that they wanted something different from what it is that you're seeing in the situationship. So be clear, right, on that question. The second question is, what happened in your last relationship? I don't know if it's just humans, but we always want to know what happened in the previous relationship. And this is a tricky one because it is such a loaded question, and the answer to this can reflect a lot on us, right? The answer can come across as a huge red flag. So it is very important that you handle this question very carefully. So when you ask this question, be open about it, but again, be careful with your answer. Make sure you're answering from a point of reflecting on what happened in the past relationship and what you learned from the relationship. Focus on the positives and the reason why you're not together as opposed to the person's character flaws or shortcomings. So you could give an answer like, he's a great guy. We had a good time while he lasted, but eventually we didn't want the same things, or our values did not align, or we were just in different stages of our lives and there was no way to move forward. But always lead with the fact that you chose that person. So that person must have been a great person at some point in time, even if they may not be later on. But lead with that. They're a great person. They're probably great for somebody else, but just not for me. We were not aligned on some things and we had to go our separate ways. But he's cool and we're still great friends if you are. Don't lie about that, right? So what you should never ever do is badmouth your ex, right? Never badmouth your ex. It doesn't matter how mean or evil they were to you. Never badmouth your ex. That they were not good to you doesn't mean they're not good for somebody else. Incompatibility plays such a huge role in bringing out different versions of us to different people. So maybe the connection with you just brought out a very bad part of the person, and they might be with somebody else and having a great relationship. So just focus on, like I said, we didn't want the same things, our values didn't align or whatever it is, and just leave it at that. Do not get too personal. Do not start to air your dirty linen in public. Remember, this is your first date. Your answer to this question will determine whether you're going to be ghosted or whether the person is going to be like, okay, this person has healed from the past. They're very clear. They know what they want, right? And they're not afraid to go after what it is that they want. Very, very, very key. You got to show that you're learning and you're growing and you're healing from your past experiences. So the third and final question I want to deal with today is a question that I don't like. I don't necessarily like this question because I don't know why people ask it. It's such an obvious question, so I don't know. But the question goes, why are you single? And a lot of men do this, especially with women who are physically gorgeous or who maybe come across as very, very confident and, you seem like a great person. Why are you still single? Right? So this question usually catches people off guard, and that's why I really want you to be prepared for this, right? So rather the do's, let's talk about the do's first. So this is an opportunity for you to share some of the great things that have been happening in your life. So if you've been on a journey, on a healing journey, or maybe you've been focusing on things like personal growth and you've been focusing on other things in life, and you haven't found the right connection yet, whatever it is, control the narrative, right? Focus on the positives of why this single journey has actually been good for you, right? So again, don't let this question catch you off guard. It is not a time for you to feel ashamed or for you to feel like, oh my God, here we go. I've been exposed. I'm not good enough. This is not the time for you to go into this self-deprecating or defensive mode where now you need to start saying things like, well, if there were good men out there, maybe I would have found one, or men are scum. No, do not fall into that trap, right? So again, focus on, this journey has been great. It's helped me to find myself more. I've been meeting a lot of wonderful men. I've been on a lot of dates, but I really haven't found the one that really aligns with what it is I'm looking for. But, so many great people out there. It's been such an enjoyable journey for me. So please do not start feeling sorry for yourself. Do not start talking negatively about yourself. Do not start talking negatively about men and how they don't exist and how they only want one thing. This is not the time or the answer. There's never a time for that kind of talk anyway, but that is not a good answer. So being able to answer these 3 questions, because I can guarantee you will get at least 2 of these questions on every first date that you go on. So being prepared is so key, right? And you have to answer it in a very calm way, right? You shouldn't sound like you just rehearsed it, but it should sound like it should come authentically and confidently. Maintain the balance between you being open and still having your boundaries, still creating that mystery around you, because men love mystery. So you're still creating that mystery around you. It is a 2-way conversation. So as you're being asked, make sure you're asking exactly the same questions right back and let the conversation just flow. This is not, don't make it an interrogation. No, it's just conversation. It's just open conversation, and you're getting to know each other by the answers that both of you are responding with. So make sure you're listening more than you are speaking. Make sure that you're also allowing the person space to be able to speak or to give a comment or feedback. Again, it's the first date, so it really doesn't matter. You're just more observing, you're paying attention. And remember, you're having a good time, because dating is fun. So make sure you're having a good time as well. And that there's this mutual exchange of information that is flowing quite effortlessly. So there you go. Those are 3 responses that can help you on your first date as you navigate the first date. For me, I love first dates. I find it so much fun. I go in very, very prepared, very, very confident, and to have an amazing and a good time. But I want you to be empowered with answers that can help you have meaningful conversations, so you can actually start to get to know people, so that you too can be deciding if after the first date is a no thank you, or after the first date, I'm intrigued, I may want to see you again. Thanks for listening to today's episode on the Second Chances podcast, a love journey in black and white. Till next time, sending you love and light. No matter what, never give up on love.